And we're live.
Yeah. What's good, people? It's your boy Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy Wordplay TJ.
And this is the No Rhyme No Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything for no reason at all. And we're live.
Yeah. What's good, people? It's your boy Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy Wordplay TJ.
And this is the No Rhyme No Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything for no reason at all. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
For episode 143 of No Rhyme or Reason podcast. We actually got the rest of the episodes up so people can hear them.
Apologies for the audio quality
YouTube
of
exclusive.
141.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, listen, this one is just going to be what it's going to be, but apologies for it.
Yeah, we'll do better. Anyway, so please like, comment, and subscribe as you're watching this video. And be sure to stream the podcast on all the available platforms, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, your mom's podcast. And yeah.
Not your mom's. But also, if you are looking to support us, we also have the Underdog.
Why are you being such an overdog?
We have the Overtime Patreon, and you have different brackets of Underdog membership. You have the Underdog tryouts, only for the underdogs, Underdog Upgrade, Underdog Ultra, and Underdog Exclusive.
Yeah.
All things that are really great and will help support the channel if that's something that you would like to do. It's not something that is required, but
it is required. Do it. The link is down in the description. And our Patreon starts at $1 a month if you want to support. So it's that simple. And $1 will get you early access to music and this podcast when we do overtime.
Mm-hmm. Which we do once a month.
What's next? Yeah, if you got a comment, leave it down in the comment section. Email us at nrorpodcast@gmail.com. They started that.
Yep.
And
sorry, guys.
It's fine. I was sneezing and coughing all up in this thing the other week. So yeah, leave that at the email address. We'll both read it and make sure that we'll tell your moms about it.
We've upgraded. Whoa, what is going on with you today?
I'm just ruthless.
Ruthless.
Speaking of ruthless, this virus.
Yo.
So the original question was, is the Delta variant, like where is it? What's happening?
Yeah.
And now we're in a situation where we have a whole new variant. Before we finish this podcast, the news announced that the Omicron variant is now out.
Yeah.
Yeah, very. And because it's out, it's getting scary again. And that was your primary question is like, it was once scary under the Delta variant. Where have we gone with this? The news is not here anymore. If we take a look at some of the stats that are on the screen, and I'll go to the screen and face. Let's see if our face is in the right position. Yeah, buddy.
Hey.
So the well, not even the Delta variant, but new cases are on the rise. It's that wintertime blitz again. We just came off of a high at the end of the summer.
Right.
And we were on a downward trend, mostly because people were getting vaccinated. But vaccination rates have sort of stagnated. About 50% of the country has more than 70% of the country, I believe, has at least the first dose. 50% are fully vaccinated, and a very small percentage have the booster. So I'm a booster kid at the moment.
Why do I feel like there's a song attached to this? Like,
I'm a booster kid.
that's exactly where I started.
Get my booster shot in my booster arm.
It's literally like just the upgrade of the Oscar Mayer song in my head. Or no, Toys R Us.
I'm a booster kid now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll end my tirade. That's
Please
why my
clip
music
that in
career
that
sucks.
music.
Anyway.
Oh my god.
But I just roasted myself real hard.
Roast.
The Omicron is potentially dangerous. Scientists don't know yet, and they say that it's currently in, I believe, Hong Kong, South Africa, and a few other countries outside of the United States, and we're worried about that. And so there's a travel ban that's been initiated by President Biden. What are your thoughts?
So thoughts are, this is, I mean, I feel like the news coverage like leans very light at the wrong times. The news coverage has been a lot of the things that we're going to talk about today in terms of different cases and their verdicts, versus, hey, we really are entering flu season. There are a lot of places that are now, because of them giving away the vaccine for free, that are charging for you to get your flu shots, which was a whole thing that has not been a thing for a very long time.
Interesting. But most of the time, is that covered by insurance?
Well,
But
most
if you
times
don't
it would
have
be
insurance.
like free. Like there were so many people that was like, you anywhere there were free flu shots.
Got it.
In the same way that the vaccine was free. So that was something that I noticed that was strange, but I guess understood by how much free stuff they've been giving away, quote unquote.
Well, yeah, free stuff, you gotta have the other side of it, which is labor cost.
So that's been an interesting aspect of it. So I just wonder what the overall numbers of different things are going to be this time of year.
Yeah, my worry and my concern is that it's hard to tell the difference until you have it and you're tested for certain things. So some pneumonia symptoms are similar to COVID. Some flu symptoms are similar to COVID.
And even just some cold symptoms just
right.
are, given the fact that there were so many people that were, what was the thing where they were like passing it and didn't know they had it?
It's, they're carriers. There's, what is it? It's,
there was a whole like keyword thing.
Yeah, there's, yeah.
Whatever.
I know what you mean.
It's somewhere. Put it in the, Garrett, if you think of it, like put it on the screen.
Mm-hmm.
Or if I think of it, I'll tell you before then. But yeah, so that was my whole thing. Is I don't know why I continuously hope that news coverage will get back to what it used to be, which is just actually authentic to telling us what's going on as we need to know it.
Like a neutral source.
Yeah.
And it doesn't just tell us bad news, it tells us all the news.
Right. Or it doesn't just tell us like, ooh, puppies.
Yeah. But I
car
think
chase.
the biggest issue is that there's money involved.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of a battle, right? If there's money involved and say, for example, money is an issue for certain publications to stay open, it's better to be privately funded than it is to be, well, I take that back. I don't know about being privately funded either. I think funding should just be out the window. And
I was gonna say small update because I did go and check the numbers because we talked about Biden and Kamala removing funding from the HBCUs, and then I went to like do a little bit of further research just to see how many of the HBCUs were private on the front end, so they have money from boosters and things of that nature. But I think it was about out of the 106, it was about half that I think ended up in a worse position. Just kind of wanted to update that as I got some more information.
I'm a little lost on the subject.
So
for
we were
folks that
talking about.
Have never heard us talk about that.
Sorry. So to bring you guys up to speed, there was a conversation that we had. I just said it. There was a conversation about Biden and Kamala cutting funding for HBCUs. And then when we were talking about it, that's all I said is, they cut like $4 billion from them. And then I did a little bit of further research to see like how intrinsically would that affect the HBCUs. The number of them that are private, though, would not be affected as much.
But how many are private?
That's what I said about out of the 106, I believe 51.
So half?
Yeah, just about half. That's what I was saying. Like, so half were affected.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder which half.
Well, in a hugely detrimental
and
way.
Where?
That I'll get back to you guys. Part 3 of my.
We should just make it a
research.
topic.
Yeah, we should. We'll do it, and I'll
right.
get all my information.
So,
not as scared. I mean, because I think at this point you kind of just have to get into the protect yourself and be safe.
Protect your neck.
And literally what I was thinking. You got to protect your neck out here, and make sure you're careful whether you want to be vaxxed or not. Just protect yourself. I really don't want to lose anyone else, lose any more people to just personal beliefs, etc. Oh, my voice is getting so bad. 1 second, guys.
So to finish my thought about the news and things of that nature, we don't necessarily want publicly funded news because then there's government influence, but too much privately funded has the same effect. Folks start pouring in money and then they can influence how the news is covered. And that's kind of, it's always controversial, and transparency is the way that, a lot of that gets busted down.
Mm-hmm. That'd be a good topic. We'll revisit because I have some information that kind of leans toward what it is you're saying.
Okay, so our next thing, the trial or the verdict of Ahmaud Arbery's killers. So
I'll say it
I believe
times for you
you brought this up. So I wonder, should we start with the timeline for those that aren't unsure? Or what?
We can. The verdict was, but just because we were right at the verdict, it was guilty, guilty, and guilty. And I will let TJ give us the timeline.
Yeah. So the timeline of the this situation, Ahmaud Arbery, 25-year-old black man, was running through mostly white neighborhood on February 23rd, 2020. And this is according to Reuters. And he was chased by 3 white men in 2 trucks and shot to death while in that neighborhood. The 3 men, according to this article, they said they believed that he was running from a crime in the neighborhood. So you just can't be black and run for
any reason around white people.
Apparently black folks don't jog, and they killed him.
And the bigger issue was the timeline of how long he'd been dead before anything was actually done.
Mm-hmm.
It was about, I think, 3 or 5 months from that happening to like the footage getting out and it being like a complete and utter media circus, and then people pursuing and going after charges and things of that nature. But there was a very hugely delayed response before they even decided to pick this case up.
So according to this, the news broke in May. So it took about 3 months for the news to break. A radio station in Brunswick, Georgia, leaked the video online, and it became a controversy case. So, and then fast forward, grand jury indicts all 3 men on charges, but that was June 24th, 2020. And fast forward to just a few days ago.
3 guilty charges.
And the verdict is 3 guilty people.
Now, the only thing that we're currently waiting on is the sentencing, which is something that is still, like, even the thing that brain just goes blank. But anyway, the thing that I think I hate the most about these situations is, in the event of guilty verdicts, we still have to wait for sentencing, because the sentencing can be like, I mean, yes, you did it, but you're only going to do a year in jail.
I don't know.
No, I don't think that that's going to be the case with this.
I think they'll have the book thrown at them.
Book thrown.
What does that mean anyway?
I promise I'm not even going to bring it up, because it's such a funny, one of those euphemisms that's just ridiculous. Much like most of them when we use them, like straight from the horse's mouth or whatever. It's just like, why was someone thinking that this would be the way to go about doing this? But I'll be interested just to kind of see. It's such a stark contrast from the Kyle Rittenhouse case. And I understand that there's difference here in terms of expectations and all of that there. But I don't know, man. Cases like are really just starting to... There's peace in this, in the fact that his killers were brought to justice, and justice was served. But there's still that feeling that a storm is coming in behind stuff like this.
I don't know. I feel like if a storm was coming, it would have come at the sentencing, or not the sentencing, but the verdict.
True. I should hope for new things.
So this podcast is getting pretty sleepy, so let's wake it up. What was that noise I made?
No idea.
Hey guys, it's time to guess whether or not Wordplay TJ can guess the anime plot. And I'm gonna tell you guys the rules. The rules are, I give him a photo of an anime that he's never seen before and tell him the name. And that is all he gets, because then it's time to guess what the plot is, just from a photo image. If he gets it right, Wayne says, you can't hear it because this music is ridiculously loud. And if he gets it wrong, Pusha T's like,
why don't we just start?
Okay,
turn the music off.
Let's turn the music off.
And then turn that back up. Do you explain the rules?
All right. So
you can't have too much going on.
Oh, it's so much going on.
And anyway, it's a new announcer, apparently, every single episode.
My voice is not going to keep... It couldn't go up because it was like, no. But anyway, so all we do is I give TJ a picture of an anime. I tell him the name, and he has to guess it. If he gets it right, Wayne says,
yeah, right.
And if he gets it wrong, Pusha T is disgusted.
Yeah.
Which we're actually I'm gonna get him something that's not as he's not gonna be disgusted with you for getting it wrong. But anyway, the anime that we have for you this week, sir, is Tokyo Revengers. Go.
Okay. Tokyo Revengers. So let's describe what I see for those that are like listening on the audio version. If you want to see the full video portion, just go to YouTube's and search this up.
Yeah. And
I'm gonna keep saying YouTube's because that's where I am in life. So in the center, or let's say overall scene, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 guys, I think, and
Okay, I will qualify before you get out. There's one girl on the screen.
Oh, is she in the very left?
Well, not very left, but there.
Oh, okay, got it. So, girl has orange hair, and almost in the kind of center left. So, 9 guys, 1 girl. There's a guy in the center, looks like Goten for some reason. And I don't know. These folks look like they're in a gang. I don't know what they do in that gang. Maybe they play arcade games. Maybe they rob Peaches. Maybe
Peaches?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Rob Peaches from people, or like rob
From the store.
They're from like Nintendo.
No, from Peaches from the store.
Good fruit.
Because they like fruit. And they're seeming kind of like pensive, right? So they have some angst, like somebody stole something from them. And that's where I think the plot goes. So somebody has stole their fruit basket, and they want to get it back.
Are they at Yellowstone Park?
No, they're in Tokyo.
Okay.
Let's be reasonable. And
That's good. I like it.
let's be reasonable. What I think I should do is kind of describe their natures, because I'm getting a vibe from all of these folks. I started in the center with Goten Dude. He's building up his strength. That's what it feels like. He's building up all of his he's growing into himself. And that's where he is. So he has to go through these trials with the crew in order to get the fruit back. And that's where he is, and his name is Thomas. And in the background, there's ponytail side tattoo head guy. There's robe guy in the back, pop collar, 2005-ish. And he wants some cereal for some reason. I don't know why he wants cereal, but he wants it. Scar guy in the front.
But he wants it.
He's really worried. Look at him. He's concerned. He's stressed out. He's like, where am I going to get this fruit back? Because it was his grandma's bowl, and they need it. There's the other 2 dudes. I'm just going to ignore them because I assume that the anime ignores them too. There's a short-haired, non-binary person, and there's 80s hair, and he's a musician of the group. He's like David Bowie. And then there's business suit guy, and he does all the accounting. So they have to make sure that they keep their funds up in order to find these fruits. And that's it.
It's the quest of getting fruit back.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so I am gonna give you points for the fact that you guessed a couple things in terms of their faces. I guess you at least guessed Goten Thomas is what I'm going to call him until the end of this. Go Thomas. You were able to basically guess his intentions in a certain way, that he does want to get something back, and that's kind of the whole thing of the series. So basically, this series is butterfly effect and gangs. So the start of the series is the guy in the center is about 20 something, and at the start of the show, he finds out that the girl to his left, his middle school girlfriend, and her brother, the guy with the black hair, have died. He finds that on the news. They were killed by the Tokyo Majin or something. I can't remember the gang's name.
Tokyo Majin Buu.
basically, something like that. They were killed by a certain gang, whatever, right?
So they are gangs.
They are indeed gangs. That was another point I wanted to give you. And what happens is he goes throughout his day and he's at a train station and he's about to get hit by a train because someone pushed him.
Nice.
And before he gets hit, he wakes up as his middle school self and immediately realizes he thinks it's a dream for a while and then realizes like, okay, no, I'm really in back here for some reason. He goes and meets her brother. They have a conversation because he's like, hey,
her
man.
brother? Is it this guy?
No, that guy.
This guy?
This guy, these two. Our brother and sister.
Got it.
So he, though, is the leader of the gang. His name is Mikey. And then that's his second in command.
Okay.
Anyway.
He looks like a second.
So, long story short, he has a conversation with the little brother like, hey, protect your sister. Like, he's literally, like I said, this is a whole butterfly effect thing. So, he shakes hands with the little boy, and then he's transported back into the future where he is still alive.
So, what do they got to get back?
Her.
Why is she not? I thought they were dead.
He went back in time, talked to the brother. They shook hands. He goes back forward in time. His brother's still alive. The brother's still alive because he's made changes, but she's not. And he realizes that the reason that she's not alive has something to do with whatever happens to them in middle school.
So, do they go back?
Yes.
And forth?
Yes.
Forth and back?
Back, forth and forth.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Cool.
And like I said, it's butterfly effect in gangs.
Word.
And it's for everything that he goes back and attempts to change. It's also kind of like a sliding door. So if he went back today, he would go back today. So he only has a certain amount of time. He can't keep going back and back.
Our audio is like duplicated over several different tracks. Now that I'm realizing. Anyway.
Oh, that might have been why
That's definitely why.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That makes sense. But yeah, so that's the whole thing. Butterfly effect in gangs of New York.
Cool.
Of Tokyo.
Cool.
New York, Tokyo. Fruits basket.
Righteous.
Peaches.
Rad.
So, here's the obnoxiously loud music that I've already brought down.
That was another episode of
Why is your voice like this?
Whether or Not Wordplay TJ Can Guess the Anime Plot. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it.
No.
No?
That was just terrible.
I don't know. I can't figure out which voice to use.
Just use your voice.
Okay, I'll use my voice next time, guys. But the music will come on and it'll inspire me again.
Just use your voice.
I can't help it.
What's wrong? What's wrong with your voice?
Can't help it.
All right. So last topic of today, and then we'll get into some overtime. If you want to check out overtime, be sure to join the Patreon. In overtime, this time around, we'll talk about Cowboy Bebop and whether or not you watched it. I'll take it back. We won't talk about Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, Jesus.
I'll play some beats from the record from my project and
I've been forced to watch a lot of things this week, and I was not able to get to it.
Okay, so until then, we'll talk about Grammy nominations.
Grammy nominations.
Yeah, if you didn't understand that, I say
Good
Grammy.
luck with that, bruh.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna read these over. Honestly, get out of here. Get out of here. Notifications, please. Interrupting my show. What's wrong with you?
That is the best interruptions.
All right, so The 64th annual Grammy Awards are going to be airing on January 4th, yes.
Wolf.
But 2022. And here's some nominations. I'll go through. That's Best New Artist. Here's a list, and you can tell me how you feel about any of these. Jimmy Allen, Japanese Breakfast, Baby Keem, Arlo Parks, Phineas, The Kid Laroi, Sweetie, Olivia Rodrigo, Arouge Aftab, and Glass Animals.
Baby Keem got that.
I agree. Baby Keem deserves that. Phineas, he's pretty dope.
And
you
then
know who that is?
I know no one else, but
he's
Baby Keem.
he's a co-producer with Billie Eilish, her brother.
Interesting.
Sweetie is on here. Don't know much about Sweetie.
I just know she be everywhere. She had her own McDonald's.
She really new? That new? Like
you?
new?
Okay, we're not gonna. You know the Grammy rules in terms of what qualifies as new.
Right. It's like last year's new.
Is this no? Basically, it's like, is this my first time putting myself in
the hat?
Do I have like at least a debut album? Maybe my second is out, but
yeah, I don't know the qualifications for best new artist. Keem has an album out, so maybe it is tied to an album.
I think it's at least like one studio. I don't know. We'll it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I just think Keem's gonna win that.
Yeah. Let's see. Record of the year.
All right.
This usually goes out to the recording artist that's a part of it. There's a lot of options. So Happier Than Ever, Billie Eilish. Right on Time, Brandy Carly. Driver's License, Olivia Rodrigo. Leave the Door Open, Silk Sonic. I Still Have Faith in You, ABBA. I Get a Kick Out of You. Strange. Lady Gaga, Tony Bennett. Freedom by John Baptiste. Peaches, ironic. Justin Bieber, Giveon, Daniel Caesar. Kiss Me More, Doja Cat and SZA. And Montero, Call Me By Your Name, Lil Nas X. What do you think?
I mean, Lil Nas X is probably gonna win. If not one of the Billie Eilish, or I think like whatever the second one was.
I don't know some of these records. I know Freedom. I know Peaches. Don't know Kiss Me More. Montero, no.
You probably do. Is the dun dun blah 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 dun 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 dun. I can't go no more because I don't want nobody demonetizing off on my terrible singing.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
Yeah,
I don't know it.
Yeah,
I don't listen to music like that anymore.
I don't either. I just make it. But
Song of the Year. So this goes out to not just the recording artists, but the songwriters for Song of the Year. So Right on Time again, Driver's License, Leave the Door Open, Bad Habits. It's a new one from Ed Sheeran. Johnny McDade, Fred again, something.
This is the thing that like the Grammys I think always shows every year, which is you literally, if there's not a music genre for you, I think you're not trying, because there are so many people that come up on this list that I don't know. I'm like, well, somebody liked them.
Let me finish the list. Happier Than Ever, A Beautiful Noise, Peaches, Kiss Me More, Montero, and Fight For You.
Her. Shout out to her. Well, Grammy nomination.
Pop duo group performance. I don't care. Rap album.
Yeah.
Tyler, Call Me If You Get Lost.
Mm-hmm.
Nas, King's Disease, Part 2. I love that album. Donda, Certified Lover Boy, and J. Cole, The Off Season. Who you think they're gonna get it to?
I mean, hopefully
Since
they
we're
do.
a hip hop podcast.
Hopefully they do Tyler. Personally, I haven't listened to the album.
Tyler won big last year though.
But this was the album though, right?
I don't know.
Or was it Felicia?
What was his last album?
It got some stuff, but I can't remember. But I do think that this one, particularly in terms of craftsmanship, would be the one that would be the most well crafted, people would say.
Yeah, I don't know much about his recent albums. Call Me If You Get Lost. Yeah, so that's the most recent one.
Yeah.
But I thought he was nominated for a bunch of stuff last time. Maybe he won some song stuff.
I think he won some song stuff, and I think he performed.
Got it. And
I think he had a big performance.
He was maybe like creator or something like that. He won some recent awards for being who he is. But I don't know. King's Disease Part 2 was really, really dope.
Yeah, but I think, I feel like it might be between those two. I don't think that Drake or Kanye have a chance.
You don't think out of this lineup?
No, I don't think they have a chance to win. I feel like if they win, it's a popularity vote.
I wasn't impressed by both albums, so. But that's a personal thing.
Yeah, and even though I love Drake's album, I ain't listened to it in a long time, mostly because I've been working on my own stuff. But between the two of those albums, even though we got an epic Andre 3000 verse and all this controversy, we got the Drink Champ stuff because Kanye wouldn't be out here talking without this album. They're no longer beefing or whatever.
Yeah, they're working together to free Larry Hoover.
What kind of...
Sometimes things just bring you together.
Wasn't the A-Team? Anyway. No, I don't see them doing that. But I think... So it's going to be between Tyler and Nas for me, personally. And I'm going to listen to both those albums. That's going to be something I do this week. I'm going to listen to all the rap albums.
What else? Country album.
I was just about to tell you, please do it. Just to hear what we have to say, guys.
Remember Her Name. Starting over the Marfa tapes. The Ballad of Dude and Juanita. Skeletons. And those artists in order are Mickey Guyton, Chris Stapleton, Miranda Lambert, Jack Ingram. There's one more, John somebody. Sturgill Simpson, and Brothers Osborne.
I have nothing else to say. The names baffled me so much that I was like, oh, I have not listened to country in a very long time. I think I know who Chris Stapleton is, but I think that's it.
Ooh, McCartney's in Best Rock Album or Rock Album of the Year or whatever.
That's good.
Best Rap Performance.
There we go.
You got That Shit Up by Cardi B, My Life, J. Cole, 21 Savage, and Moray. It's a really great song.
Oh, yes. That is one of the, I like Moray. And I said that with the XXL freshman list breakdown. That's he's one of the ones I like. I mean, I think the only critique I had was the subject matter being so, who do y'all hang around that every song has to be about people betraying you?
Yeah. Then you have Way Too Sexy, so Drake, Young Thug, and Future. Meh. And then Family Ties. That's a great contender against My Life, though.
I also think that Meg could probably get it.
I think so. What do you mean, though?
Whoa. No. No, sir. Good luck with that, bruh. No, that's not what I was saying. We do not objectify on this podcast.
But I'm kind of curious though. Is it going to be so the Grammys are trying to be more inclusive, right? And a female participation in the Grammys or even awards in the Grammy process has been, historically just in the shit. So if you're a rabid listener of my or participator or viewer of my music advice videos, I do a pretty large breakdown of the Grammy and the things that should change about the Academy. And you can watch that. I put it out last year.
Or if you even listen to the podcast, we remix it all the time.
Yeah, quite a bit. So I don't want she should win because she deserves to win, not because she's a woman. And that's where the difficulty is, because I hope the Grammys aren't just trying to check a box.
Well, I think that this is the box that they would be checking, which I think is still valid, is the popularity box. And Meg has that.
Yeah.
So if you're talking like most popular out of those songs on there, it's gonna be Meg or Cardi.
But that's where I have a little bit of issue, because Royce.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he should have got something, and it shouldn't be a popularity contest, right? Like, his nomination was because they acknowledged the popularity contest, but they don't have to give you a win because it's a vote-based thing. Not the final vote, but the nomination is a vote-based thing.
Mm-hmm.
The final vote is by committee. They have diversified the committees, but at the same time, bless you. At the same time, it's just not. I don't know. It's just not what it.
It's not what it should be.
It should be.
But again, I'm at least hopeful that in the event that we're talking about, popularity versus art kind of thing, that at least they're both on there instead of it just being all popular.
Yeah.
So it's a start. It's not the end, and hopefully they keep taking steps forward towards.
Yeah. So speaking of, we'll continue with the culture. It's an R&B album.
Hey.
So it's going to be Back of My Mind by her, Hotels, Jasmine Sullivan, We Are by John Baptiste, Temporary Highs in the Violet Skies, Snow Allegra, and Gold Diggers Sound by Leon Bridges.
What do you feel
think?
like Jasmine is on that album too? I feel like out of the 40s, it's really difficult. There's only one of them that I don't know.
It's 5.
Well, I mean, out of the 5, I only know 4.
Got it.
Like, hers album is fire. It's long. She has so many tracks on that album.
I mean, but that's standard right now, because gotta get those screams.
Hotels is not that long, but I love that album as well. But I love Jasmine Sullivan. I'm one of those guys. Snow Allegra is amazing.
Amazeballs.
Her song with Tyler the Creator is really, really dope. So that one's gonna be a hard one, because I even think Jasmine Sullivan was on Leon Bridges' album, and I'm like, he's always gonna be up there because he is an amazing writer and artist. So that was gonna be difficult. I don't think that I would be mad at whoever won it, except for the album that I don't know. I'd be only mad because I haven't listened to it.
Word.
But Grammy stuff will be on there eventually. Not because we're pushing to be, but just because the art will speak for itself. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we appreciate you watching today. I'm just deleting some slides, moving some stuff around and stuff and things,
Stuff and things.
Yeah.
But yeah. So look at us being efficient.
We're not.
I mean, it's not an hour and a half. More efficient.
Somewhat.
Working on it.
Yeah. We got it done. About 10 minutes per thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell we don't have anything else to say.
Yeah, I can tell. So if you've enjoyed this, thank you for listening and watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that bell so you can get notified for every time that we do this thing here over on
youtube.com/wordplay teacher.
Wordplay teacher.
What?
Oh, we love y'all.
Do the thing.
We'll see you guys next week. A 1 and a 2 and peace. Peace.
Yeah. Oh shit! I forgot the end card. Oh well.